Hello, thank you for tuning into this section of reads. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. This section of reads should be on the YouTube channel James 13 Wicca. I'll put the stuff like the decks and the dice below that information. Besides that, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching. Let's go ahead and get into your selection. Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Aquarius? So particular. Queen of Swords at the top. Very good energy for you guys. Don't get caught up in the gender, but this is something where the information is flowing at the moment. Information is flowing. Are you keeping it away from other people? Maybe you need to. Let's get a little farther. It's very tight. Something's very tight here. It's kind of like there's information flowing around, but like I feel like I got to be careful with who knows what, because if the wrong person figures something out, there goes. Yeah, change is coming. I don't think that's going to be a bad thing. Okay. Got to be careful with information. One of the things I'm already picking up on is like you got to be careful. You don't have to be anything. It would probably help you to be careful with information because, first of all, you don't want somebody else taking over and going a different direction. But they're also saying, be forewarned. The truth will come out at some point. Whether you want it to or not, the truth will be exposed. Even though you can keep things to yourself, if other people find things out, that's a whole nother story. You know how that goes. Okay, so whatever this situation is, it's been going on for quite a while. There have been people who have been driving it forward and people who have just been supporting it haphazardly. Maybe there's been a couple people that have been enablers. Maybe not actively choosing to be a part of the situation, but still not holding it back and kind of making it easier for other people to do what they're doing. I get the Empress upside down, which, when it's out of balance, it's somebody who's very much involved in a lot of things, but it may be not working out to the best. They may not be serving either that person who's helping or the people around them in the way that they think. It's kind of like, bullying somebody like into taking courses that they don't really want to take, thinking it's what's best for them, even though it's not. Sometimes it's like that type of energy, kind of like you need to do this and really pushing somebody to do what they think they need to do, but it's maybe really not it's really not the best for them. There's an out of balance energy here. Somebody who, I keep getting like a bully energy, which doesn't have to, even though it's the Empress reversed, it doesn't have to be female, it can be any gender. Somebody is pushing other people forward, thinking they know what they're talking about, thinking they know best, and it's not the case. And this has been going on for quite a while. And other people don't seem to want to get in the way of it. They're like, well, it's almost like they're saying, well, better this person's on you than on me. So it could be one of those things. Information is coming forward. You know something that other people don't know, directly related to this situation. I don't know. That's not really shocking for Aquarius, but okay. Oh. Opportunity has shown itself. The Three of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles is coming. You got the Three of Pentacles on the dice with the Tower card. And the Three of Pentacles, the card is showing up very soon. You know an opportunity is coming forward for somebody else to redirect the energy where they want it to be versus where this bully energy is pushing it. So I feel like I've already, I know I said this in the beginning, but it bears repeating. If it comes out what's going on here, that it's either that bully energy or somebody else might step in and redirect it and shut it down. But also, sooner or later, truth will be told. So keep that in mind. Keep that in the back of your head. Like, this will get exposed at some point. How it gets exposed, how much gets exposed, I don't think you're going to have any control over. It's just going to happen. If you know that, I feel like you can handle this appropriately for what you're willing to deal with later, whatever that means. I feel like this is an opportunity that, for most of you, it's going to be really hard to pass up. Kind of like, no, this could go where it's supposed to go. I can help somebody get what they want out of life. I can help them redirect where they need to be. The transformation is coming. It is coming one way or another. I feel like I can be a positive influence and I can help this move forward. Even if it's one of those things where I'm just making sure this person knows possibilities. That's all I'm doing. I'm not driving them to anything. I'm not telling them to do anything. I'm simply saying, hey, there's possibilities here. Choose what you got to choose. That might be all you're doing. That literally might be all you're doing. It's just saying, hey, I would go over there and look at that. There's possibilities there. Maybe something will work for you that's over there. I don't know what you're going to choose, but you have possibilities. It's up to you to decide what you want. It doesn't have to be that bad also. That's kind of like running to the side. Now, when I keep getting that, it's kind of like this energy that has had control for a long time. When they don't have the control, they may react very, very poorly. Very, very poorly about that. Because their energy is going... It's going from like someone in more in control to like a page energy, which is kind of like, it's going to be a very shocking moment for them. They're used to being in control. So if you go from like a court card, like a queen or a king, and then you get demoted down to a page, that's quite the nasty slap. And the situation is going to go forward on its own accord. And they don't really have much say on it. You'll notice these energies are looking in different directions. The situation's going to go where it wants to go, when it was going to go there sooner or later anyway. They're not going to be very happy about that. And this is where I'm going to show this. I keep getting like sooner or later, this energy will figure out what really happened. It will come forward. They will find out the truth about what happened and how it happened to some degree. That will come forward. The transformation will start happening. Ooh. It will start happening. I don't know how much you're going to have to do with that. I guess it's up to you, whatever you see appropriate. You could have some influence on it. Okay, so there's kind of like two different ways this could go. You could get more involved in a more quiet way. When I get this Page of Cups, I feel like I'm more supportive. It's kind of like somebody helping somebody pick up their house a little bit, picking up their groceries every now and then, you know, cleaning up the yard a little bit with them. You could be involved to that level. There's also this other possibility that might be more advantageous to you, is to kind of like keep researching possibilities for this person. That usually is something that Aquarius kind of gets interested in, like the intellect of it. They're like, this is like a mystery. What else is here? What else could happen here? Let me make a call here. Let me look into this. Let me get into that website. Let me talk to this person. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, this might help that person that I care about. And it's kind of like finding more pieces to the mystery and kind of like giving this person more options. Your time might be better spent that way. So it's kind of like, instead of like going and helping set up the groceries, helping cleaning things up here and there, helping doing some yard work outside, instead of doing that physical work, kind of going, hey, I found out that if you need this, if you need that fixed, this place will give you this loan for that, or this situation will give you somewhat off, or by the way, this person knows how to do that, and if you work with them, you know, you might get this type of opportunity. You wanted this type of thing and they know how to do it. Doing that intellectual work is more up your alley. Not that you can't do both, but like there's more advantages that way, because you'll find things that not everybody's gonna find. It's up to you. You do what you gotta do, right? It's just kind of like, instead of doing the physical labor, doing the mental labor. It's what you're good at. It's a natural gift of Aquarius, and it might help the situation a lot of different ways. What is this? It's a good card, but it seems like an outlier. King of Pentacles reversed this time, which it's the Queen of Pentacles over here. The King of Pentacles is showing up reversed on the dice, and then your card, the Star card, is coming in like this. There's an addition that's going to, somebody is going to add into this situation. Somebody will add into this story later. This is very odd to me, because the person who used to control the situation is not going to get that control back. Once they lose it, that's that. Somebody new might step in and kind of have a similar role later. Somebody else might step in and have a similar role later. These two people will not get along, even though I do feel like they have the potential to get along. They will choose not to. Take that with a grain of salt. That might be about the point where that's, I feel like, maybe where the truth might start coming to the surface, just to be fair, because that's where I'm getting, like, you know, the Justice card, Eight of Swords, and also the Fogged In card. Just because the truth is coming forward doesn't mean the whole truth is going to come forward. The best I can tell you is, like, the truth is coming forward doesn't mean the whole truth is coming forward. I don't know what you need to do with this. I feel like it's going to be one of those things, it depends what happens when it happens. If you know this moment is coming down the road later, I just feel like you'll be ready for it, and you'll be like, all right, well, you know, this is what I'm going to say when that happens, or based on who brings forward what, maybe I'll just kind of avoid it for a while and let it pass, or maybe I'll just go right into it and be like, yeah, I did that. You're Aquarius. You can do things so many different ways. Depends on how you feel in the moment, is what I think. Because I've known Aquarians. My grandmother was one, and she could play it very quiet if she felt necessary. She could also be the one that goes right forward and says, yeah, this happened and I did that. So, and so I guess it depends on the moment. I feel like they're just giving you a heads up that that's there. That's just the point. Otherwise, I don't think this doesn't feel bad at all to me. They're just like, heads up, by the way, heads up. I think we're good. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.